Welcome to the Wolf's Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series figure of Sabine Wren. Sabine comes to us from the Star Wars Rebels animated series, where she's a Mandalorian explosives expert that's part of the Rebels crew. And with that little brief history lesson, let's bust the figure out of the package and take a closer look at it. Now that we have Sabine removed from the package, let's take a closer look at her articulation, starting with the head. See that it does rotate all the way around, and then she can tilt it back so she can look up, and she can look down. Arms move up at the shoulders 90 degrees, and then has full rotation. Elbows have a single joint, and full rotation there. Wrists also rotate, and then this wrist has an in and out joint, and the right wrist moves up and down. Her waist rotates fully all the way around. It does not pivot to the side or forward and back very well. A little bit, but not very far at all, but it does rotate all the way around. Her hip joints here, she can move up her legs maybe about 45 degrees to the side, and so not very far to the side, but she can put them fully forward. Then she's got the thigh joint there, so she can rotate her legs at the thigh. She's got double jointed knees, and then her feet pivot up and down and then rotate all the way around. And that is it for her articulation. Taking a closer look at Sabine, we can see they did an excellent job on the head sculpt. Not only the paint apps, which are good throughout the figure, they did an excellent job on the paint apps all around. They did a really nice job in translating an animated character with a very specific animation style, very specific look, into a more realistic looking figure. Very good job on that part. And then since Sabine is an artist, her armor is kind of all over the place as far as different styles. Here we have the shoulder pads, got some sort of beast on it here. Got the shoulder pads, got this checkerboard pattern. Her chest plate, it's got the Phoenix Squadron symbol here, which looks a little bit like the Rebel symbol. I think storyline-wise, Sabine supposedly helped design the Rebel symbol, so that's probably where she took inspiration from. Moving down, we see kind of paint splotches on her arms here, because like I said, she is an artist, so she's always doing graffiti on different things. So she's bound to splatter paint all over her hands there and her legs. You can see it on her boots here. I like how her knee pads are, they've got the worn look. They've seen a lot of action, so the paint's worn off. I think that's a nice touch. Got a very nice belt here. Got a little comm link there. Holster holds the guns very well. And the holsters just peg right into her legs there, so they don't really get in the way. So if you're posing her, and they just pop right out, so they don't hinder movement at all. So they just kind of hang there. That's really nice, and then you can just peg them into the leg. So that's a nice touch there. And she's got nice kind of rubbery arm pads, so those don't get in the way either. They just bend as need be, so they don't get in the way. And she's got the same kind of rubbery pads on her feet, although they don't get in the way at all. Sabine comes with a few accessories. You probably saw her guns that were holstered in there, and those fit nicely into the holster. They also fit very well into her hands. Nice tight grip, not loose at all, so she has got a very good grip on those guns. No problems at all holding those. Next, she has this little explosive trigger, since she is an explosive expert, so she needs something to set the explosions off. And again, that fits nicely in her hands, no problems there. And her last accessory would be her Mandalorian helmet. And it is a helmet that actually slides onto her head. It's a nice fit. It's got this cool little the antenna that moves down so she can use the scope on it, get a better view of things. And like I said, it doesn't hinder her head movement at all. And it's very nicely detailed, very nicely painted, as everything else is on this figure. The only problem with this is it's kind of hard to get off. I'll try to take it off here so you can see how hard it is to get off her head once you get it on. There we go. Alright, now for my final thoughts. I really have nothing negative to say about this figure. I think they did an excellent job in translating how the character looks in animated form into the more realistic form that this figure takes. I think the paint apps are excellent all around. The overall construction of the figure is very good. As a Black Series figure, the articulation, posability of the figure is above average, so it's really nice. I like the fact that she's got a removable helmet, and so instead of being a separate headpiece that snaps on, it's a helmet that can slide on and off, which is really nice. So overall, really good figure. I really like it. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you again soon for some other action figure reviews. Until then, thanks for watching.